Here we go with the technical difficulties, man. Ah, no. Here we go. Uh, 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Here we go with the technical difficulties again. Um, let me copy that. Then let me go over here real quick and let me hit the settings here. Replace a little something here. Get back in here and paste that in there. Save that. Okay. Then refresh that. Refresh that. And let me see. Let me add that in there. Boom. Okay. We're looking good right there. And then let me refresh. Technical difficulties are so trash, right? All right. Boom. There we go. Let me get this going. Bang. There we are. What up? What up? What up, Wave Head? Yes, we're back with baseball, man. Been having some nice plays. Been having some nice plays. Whoever's in here, man, make sure you drop a like and let me know how this audio sounds. I don't know if I think I did a little tweaking to my audio last night. Maybe it sounds better. Maybe it doesn't. Let me know, right? Hopefully it does sound better though. Let me get this shared up real fast. Stayed up later than normal last night. I did a little looking, but sometimes, man, when I do the looking at night, then I wake up in the morning. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, way here. I wake up in the morning and that shit just everything goes out my damn head, right? Somehow, some way. But let me pin this. Okay, appreciate it, Brandon. Drop a like for me, man. Drop a like for me, guys. Let me pin this here to my profile. Bang, pin that. If you're on Twitter or X, drop a like on that and retweet that. Definitely looking to get my followers up. It's free help. It's a lot of work though. It's definitely a lot of work, man. And I appreciate you guys for sliding through. If there's anything that you guys need me to do, and I'm able to do it, and with my busy schedule or something like that, I'll consider it. Like I said, I will be refiring up my Dub Club, and some the play as soon as I get them, I'm going to be putting them in there. That's major key in baseball. And probably like when I know I can't, it's a lot of slate, and throughout the day, I'll be doing research throughout the day. Maybe I need to try to come up with a list. Those are just some things that I've been thinking about. Would be nice to get some feedback on that to see how you guys feel, if people would feel how people would feel with a list, right? If I don't know if people trust me with a list right now, when I go because the way I do these breakdowns and stuff is predicated on the people, right? People like to do same game parlays. People like to do a lot, so I try to cater to a bigger, to a lot of people, whether it's walks, hits, RBIs, all that, man. So, but at the end of the day, it is a lot, bro. It's a lot of work. Y'all see this every day. It's a lot of work. Um, Straight to the weather real fast. If you're not checking the weather every day and being mindful of the weather, then I don't know what to say, right? Got to get into good habits, and then straight betting, man. Straight betting. Straight betting is major, major, major key. Y'all see how some of those bets came through yesterday. The parlay we did, we went 3 or 4 on that one yesterday, right? So let me see. We definitely let me see. I straight betted all these here. Ramos hit the bomb, right? Caught that. Ryan O'Hearn, I really took him for a bomb at that plus 800. He didn't get that, but I did take the hits, runs, and RBIs. I could have took the 3. Jazz Chisholm took the hits, runs, and RBIs, cashed that. And then Alec Bowman, one of the greatest spots for himself. He shits the bed. He's gonna go off today. We'll get to that today, right? But man, we could have hit the parlay. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just this is what we do it for. This is what we do it for. The parlays are not easy to hit, right? So, and then I got one already, bro. I have a dub club for the people who want to just show me appreciation. Like, it's $5 a month. Tips. It's like 17 cents a day, right? If you want a tip or something like that's the best way to do it. For me to put my plays there first, list there first, bats that I like there first. For the people who support me on these streams and stuff like that, because this is a lot of work. I'm gonna put it there. That way, you're gonna get a notification. I probably won't be betting that day, but here's some bats and things and stuff like that I like. You know what I'm saying? Here's some players that I think that's at some good spots. Some reasoning behind it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I can do. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I've already got one. The link is in the description somewhere. Like I said, 17 cents a day. $5, it's nothing. Just like if you want to, tip. It's just like a tip. So it is what it is, right? It ain't like, it's not a requirement. So I do have channel membership. Still, if you don't want to be a part of that, you still want to tip, then hey, channel memberships is still $2.99 on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. That's probably 10 cents a day. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, man. And then the bombs yesterday. The same old guys, man. The same old guys. Well, Walnut. I didn't take Jazz, and I really, really knew Jazz. It was that Jazz spot. I knew it was, and I didn't take it. And boom, he goes bomb. But we hit the Ramos bomb. That made up for all these L's that I took right here with the bombs. Right, I did better straight, but the rest of them straight. And that I kind of like broke even there. Home runs. I'm probably just gonna end up playing. No matter if I have to put 3, 4, $5 on them. Hey, I'm betting them. I'm betting them, man, because the spots are so good, so good. Um, went through a lot of games last night. A lot of games last night. I'll tell you guys what I've seen. Um, man, shucks. Let me take this down. Yeah. Hmm. Kansas City Royals and Milwaukee Brewers, right? So we got an over under of 8.5 in this game here. Let me go over to these bats that I got here set to the side. Let's see. Boom boom ba, 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 ba. I'm loving it. Okay, let me go to this game here. Mm. So Rodriguez here. Let me see something. I need a refresher, man. Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Nope, not that guy. Not that guy. Not that guy. The way I looked at this game here was I looked at this game from a money line total standpoint, right? I expect Kansas City to put up runs here in the spot. Um, I expect Kansas City to put up runs here in this spot, right? So at the end of the day, I took Kansas City money line, right? and uh, I wanted to take them on the first five, and I also wanted to take their team total, right? So that's how I looked at that one. Now, guys like Vinny and I expect these boys to win this game, right? Guys like Vinny, Milwaukee been getting their ass tore up. Pitching situation is not looking good right now. Bullpen, all that wrapped in one, right? Vinny Pasquantino, that's how I looked at this game. So I couldn't talk you off any bat here. All the bats there in play. Bobby Witts, all that shit, right? All of them is play. The Minnesota Twins and Chicago White Sox. Let me see something though. Just to make sure I didn't put nobody to the side here. Kansas City, because I can't remember. I have to go to the team and then look to see if I put any of the bats to the side. It's Kansas City, Milwaukee Brewers. Um, okay, bam. So I did not put any bats to the side just yet, but I do expect runs to be put up here on the Kansas City side, right? Looking at the model right here that I have here, right here, Bobby Witt, Pasquantino, and Christian Yellen. Those are the top three bats at the top here. So it is what it is in that situation, right? I definitely. What did I put to the side here on DraftKings? I had Bubic strikeouts at 5+ as a parlay piece is a minus 170. Uh, William Contreras. I got a few pitches. These are came from last night. Okay. Um, Vinny Capra. Let me put his name to the side real quick here. Something had to stand out for me for him, and then Contreras. Something had to stand out for me for him, and then the Kansas City side was just, Bobby Witt, Vint Pasquantino, and whoever else you wanted to get to, right? Bubic Cage was in play there. I'll put that to the side, and then so I'll take a look real quick. Let's go to them see what I seen on the Milwaukee side here. Milwaukee bats um, versus Kansas City. Okay, who the hell was pitching for Kansas City? Bubic, right? I might not go to any of these bats, truth be told, but who knows, right? Bubic. Bubic should have been up there. There you go, right there. All right, fastball to the righties last year. Bubic is a lefty, though. Left hand pitching. Okay. Churio on that fastball. His K percentage was down. Good morning, Pat. How you doing? His fastball was down. Vinny Capra. So he was somebody that I was looking at. He does have two. I think he's got a bomb coming in. Okay, I had him to the side for some reason. All right, fastball here. Let's see to righties. Bubic had a 31% K rate to righties. Bubic look good versus righties. 30% on that slider. Mm-mm. And that changeup. William Contreras. I had him set to the side. Changeup, slider, fastball. So let me plug up my computer real quick so it doesn't die on us. But Guys, you want to take an eye out to keep an eye out on, right? William Contreras, I had him set to the side, and Vinny Capra, whatever, I had him set to the side. Somebody you want to keep, you guys, you want to keep your eye out on. What about this year? That's next year. This year, versus this pitch mix. So Capra's got a bomb within the last week. Two bombs versus this pitch mix. His K percentage is down. Mm. He's somebody who's coming into spring training. You just need to keep an eye out on, at least for a hit purpose, right? But from this game here, like I couldn't talk you off anything. I expect Kansas City Royals to put up runs. That's my expectation for this team right now. So I ain't even gonna, I'm gonna leave it at that. Chicago, Minnesota Twins, and Chicago White Sox here. We got Paddock on the mound and we got Perez on the mound, right? I did have Paddock to the side, I want to say, for his strikeouts. Five strikeouts is a parlay piece. If you want to go up to six, you already know you're going to get to plus money. Should get to plus money, but I had him penciled in on the side for five strikeouts. Haven't pulled the trigger or anything yet, but he probably might go into a parlay piece for me. So that's one thing there. Now, didn't look at the outs or anything of that last night, but bats. I had set to the side. Hopefully, this refreshes my memory. But who was that? White Sox and the Twins. Okay, so I was all over, not all over, but I really, really wanted to play. I really wanted to play. Well, I did play. I wanted. Um, what's my boy name? Took him for a bomb yesterday. He's been leading off. Um, let me see. Hmm. So he's not in the projected lineup. I had him set to the side, so he must have got dipped off the off the bat. So I expect Minnesota to get right this game, right? So some BVP right now. Buxton versus Martin Perez. Two singles, two doubles. Um, Martin Perez versus this lineup. He's 23 for 88 for 261 batting average. Carlos Correa, 8 for 26, three singles, two doubles, and three bombs. Miranda's got two bombs. He's 2 for 8 with two bombs. Castro, three singles, 3 for 13. Um, Ty France, two singles and a double. He's 3 for 15. So there's some guys over here with some numbers, right? Two singles, 2 for 7 for Christian Velasquez. So there's some guys with some numbers over here, right? So this is the fourth or fifth day. The pitchers on the back end, we're gonna expect some runs all day, everywhere today, right? So at the end of the day here, like I said, Martin Perez, he's a lefty. You're going to see these righties. They probably getting ready to put these righties. This is not official lineup. Harrison Bader is another guy I'm gonna have interest in as well. So let me see. Harrison Bader. Yeah. So just I'm gonna have to go back and take a look again, right? So uh, Minnesota here versus lefties, right-handers. Perez here, righties. Perez. Mackie, what's up? What's up, Mac? I've been doing some fine tuning with that mic. How that mic sound now, Mackie? Hopefully it sounds better than it been sounding. Sinker, change up, cutter. Sinker. Damn. Well, no, I switched mics so I can go back to my other one. I don't know if I could turn it up, down. I forget which one it was. I don't know which one it was. I could turn it up. I don't know which way to go up, man. I don't know which. I ain't fucking with it right now, though. I ain't even finna fuck with it. Sync in, change up, cutter, curveball. Mm. Hmm. Maybe I might have been dreaming. The DVP looks good, but I did have I had one bat set to the side. He's not in the projected lineup. That's why he got ripped off this model right here. And that was y'all know who he is, the lefty who's been leading off. He hadn't gave up 14, 18 bombs to righties, 280 batting average. Batting average uh batting average at uh 280 for both sides. Mm. Where they at? On the road? They at home. Mm. All right, bet, Mackie. All right, so yeah. Mm. This Twins team got a really nice history versus this guy. We got an over under 7.5 in this one. It's gonna be interesting. Let me take a look at the team total real quick. I do like Minnesota in this one here though. 4.5 plus money. 2.5 for the White Sox. Like I said, I also have Paddock up there. So this is a way you could definitely attack this one here. You get 15 and a half. You get 15. You get 15 outs at 15 and a half outs at plus 110 for him. You could also look at his strikeouts as well at 4.5. It's a parlay piece right now, or if you really want to lay that juice, you could. Taking a look at Paddock here. Let's see. Mm, you know what? I want to see how many. Uh, he gave up 4 home runs. This is spring training right here. Um, hmm. He's gotten up to 85, 84 pitches. Then went 62 here. Mm, okay. Mm. You're gonna get good plus money on that. Uh, hmm. On them outs right there. Mm, mm. To lefties here. Let me look at these lefties. Fastball, changeup, curveball. He had a low K rate to lefties. Mm. Fastball, changeup, curveball. Ben and Teddy. I'm not even about to stress it though, man. I'm not gonna stress it. I'm not gonna stress it. This is an interesting game here, but it's gonna be this one here. It's gonna be Minnesota or nothing for me in this spot here. I can't do the White Sox in this one. Um, the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. So for the Baltimore Orioles here, I was really torn. Right, I got some of my favorite bats in this game here. I'm really torn. But I'm gonna start with the Baltimore side first. Three bats for sure on Baltimore. I think I want to move this one guy to the top. Right. Let me see what I have to the side here. Baltimore and who they playing again? Baltimore and the Red Sox. Okay. So the weather. I gotta bounce back to the weather real quick. Minnesota, Chicago, White Sox. Cold temperatures around 40 degrees. Yeah, I think Westberg is one of them, but I got one. I got one that's gonna that's probably gonna bump y'all heads. Uh, Minnesota, cold, temperatures around 40, winds blowing out to right 10, 15 miles an hour. Colorado and Philly, main line of storms arrives around 7 ish. That would give this game plenty of time to finish before the rise. The added complication is that we'll see a few storms pop up ahead of the line, which could cause a delay. And if it does, could then bring a late arriving line back into play towards the end of the game. The worst case scenario stuff and all the likely outcome is probably either a dry game or a delay in play. Warm, winds blowing out 10, 15 miles an hour. Boston at Baltimore, similar to Philly, except the main line of game over rain arrives around 5 to 6 p.m. If we can avoid a pop up causing a delay, that's probably enough time to get most or all of the game in, but any delays here will be big. Big trouble. Big will be big trouble. Warm winds blowing out the center at 10, 15 miles an hour. So we got weather concerns there for sure. Weather concerns there for sure in this Boston game. Texas at Cincinnati, chilly temps, winds out the center to 10 miles an hour. Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay Rays, temperatures around 80, winds gently out the center around 5 miles an hour. Chicago Cubs, Athletics, scattered showers around, chance for a delay, winds out the center 10, 15 miles an hour. I remember there was weather for this Boston game, so I quickly had to go, bring the weather implications for it so we can know so we know what we're working with on the weather side. Now, let me see. Mm, So we'll get Newcomb on the mound here. Um, Lefty, of course. Um, Slurve, fastball, and sinker, right? So the slurve is interesting. Colton Cowser will be out, right? I know I seen that. Colton Cowser, I think he's going to be out for a few games or something like that. So that's one thing. The slurve, a lot of people not seeing that slurve. The fastball, Holiday, Ryan O'Hearn. Sinker. Okay, go over to the righties here. Fastball. See, I just don't know how this is going to work out with this bullpens and all this shit because we're on the back end of these pitchers, man. But if we can get a hold to one, if shit. So, man, so he's throwing that fastball. He was throwing that fastball 50% of the time, right? So, right off the back, if he could catch, if one of these guys can catch one, I don't know how long he's going to pitch or whatever case may be, but if one of these guys can catch one, it's going to be some trouble, right? Uh, you know, um, you got Adley. He's definitely in play, right? 5% K rate on a fastball. Westberg, um, Tyler O, anybody. You know what I'm saying? He's got 10 extra base hits, 7 bombs on the fastball alone, 21% barrel rate. Westberg's got 17% barrel rate, and Alley got 11% barrel rate. These numbers were from last year. Um, Projected lineup. Okay. Okay. Mm. And Mullins almost. I think Mullins got hurt too, or is hurt, or whatever. I don't have to go back and look. Okay, so that was the fastball, the curveball. These guys got a higher strikeout rate on the curveball, but if they get a hold to one, it could be detrimental, right? Um, the slurve, like nobody really sees a slurve, right? So let's see, slurve. Okay, I'll put them all together. Fastball, curveball. That was numbers for last year. What about this year so far? Mm, okay, okay. What about lefties in general? Just versus lefties alone this year so far. So how I looked at it, I mean, you just got to catch this guy, right? So look at this guy right here, Newcomb versus righties. Right now, he doesn't look. I mean, he didn't look good at all. Didn't pitch much though. Mountcastle versus lefties. He's somebody who I really want to target right here. I ain't even really like Mountcastle. Mm. We know the rest of those guys are in play, but I'm really, 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 really looking at Mountcastle. So far this year, that was in spring training. So the regular season, he doesn't have any bombs. Let me see. Okay, I'm thinking Mountcastle today, just to be a little bit different. Adley, Adley, and Tyler O. Paddock or Povich for what? For what? Mm, this year versus lefties. He had a WRC plus coming in. All right, so how I look at it here? I want to bet on Adley, right? I mean, I want to bet on Mountcastle for sure, but man, man, it's hard to it's hard to deny somebody like Tyler O'Neill, right? When it comes to lefties and stuff like that, uh, he's he's a monster. He's a monster either way it go. When he gets his bat on the ball, whatever the case may be. Um, he hasn't faced a lefty this year, as you can see from his splits and stuff. But uh, he's got last year coming into this year, he's got a higher batting average versus lefties. 15, 16 home runs, whatever the case may be. But his some of his advanced numbers are probably a little bit more through the roof, right? So as you can see, he does have a high K rate. This is numbers from last year. But the OPS versus lefties was about 1100. Isolated power was about 438, and then the WRC plus was a whopping 215. Right, so he was monstrous versus lefties. They are at home today, right? So uh, he wasn't with these guys last year, but at the end of the day here, on the road versus lefties, he had a 236 WRC plus, and then at home versus lefties, he had a 193 WRC plus. So Tyler and Neal, you know what I'm saying? And him and Adley, those guys are in play. But what I really want to say here is don't forget about Ryan Mountcastle. Just versus left, I mean, he doesn't have a bomb versus lefties in the regular season right now, but he's got just in general versus a lefty, he's got three bombs versus him in training. Don't be surprised if he doesn't go boom today, right? So Mountcastle, if I had to rank him, I don't know, probably be Tyler O'Neill, it'd probably be Rushman, O'Neill, Mountcastle, but I like all these guys. You could even look at somebody like Ramon. Just gonna see who's gonna be in the lineup. Westberg might be leading off, and then keep an eye on the injury news because right now they have the lineup projected like this: Westberg, O'Neal, Rushman, O'Neal, Mountcastle, Sanchez, Loriano, and Urias, Carson, and Holiday. Loriano can come into play, right? He's a guy that can, he can get busy, right? So they just got him sitting in the cut. Loriano, highest strikeout rate versus lefties this season, but this is coming into the from what the fuck, man, from the spring training until now. I know his numbers looked way better than that last year. I do want to run a quick check back on that. So we'll go back to last year here. Those are those sleepers, man. That fastball, curveball, slurve, fastball. So Loriano down here, I think he got hurt or whatever the case may be, but you see that fastball, he was batting a 529 on that fastball last year, right? OPS was at 1800, man. Isolated power was through the roof. Four extra base hits, four bombs, 23. It was only 20 it was only 17 at bats. And on those 17 at bats, he had nine hits. As you can see, he really likes that fastball, right? 10% K rate. And then if he's throwing that fastball 50% like he's been throwing, then man, the next pitch was the curveball here, and he was look. I mean, he only seen it a few times, but at the end of the day, so you can put and then the slurve. He probably haven't seen the slurve, right? So you could still leave that up there, but he hasn't seen it. But you put that sinker. I mean, what was it, that fastball and that curveball together. Then on 20 plate appearances at bats, he had 11 hits, uh, three bombs. So keep an eye on that situation, man. The lineup, right? Tyler O'Neill, he had on those two pitches right there, the curveball and the fastball, he was batting 349 on that with a 23% barrel rate, 11 extra base hits, eight bombs. And then Mountcastle didn't have any bombs on those top two pitches. And then Rushman. So Rushman, Tyler O'Neill, and Ty right now with the batting average versus those two pitches right there from last year. But the K rate percentage goes to Adley. So of course Adley. But if you're looking for some other guys, Mountcastle and Loriano, um, definitely got to keep an eye out on those guys. Okay, those will be the ones that be like, damn, he just went yard, or how you decipher um, RBI spots, right? I mean, O'Neal behind Westberg and Rushman, okay, or Mountcastle behind all three of these guys, right? It's a possibility Tyler O'Neill can come through and clean all their ass up. But if not, Mountcastle's got a shot. If not, Laureano's got a shot. Gary Sanchez historically has been good versus lefties. So this is not the projected. I mean, this is projected lineups, but this is not the this is projected lineups. So Vandal says single entry DFS ownership versus ownership. You said you said Paddock versus Povich. I don't know, man. I imagine people are going to be playing Povich ownership wise. Um, people, Povich, Paddock. People going to be. You said Paddock, Paddock. People going to be playing Paddock. I don't know what their salaries are, nothing like that off the back, but um, um, single entry DFS GPP, probably Povich, man. You know, he'd probably be lower owned. Probably be lower owned, I believe. Yep. So the Boston guys, I don't know. I don't know, right? Let me see, Povich. Yeah. Now remember, we got weather concerns, Vandal. If you just caught that weather now, the weather though. You know what I'm saying? The weather. You got to be mindful of the weather. Cause look, that's yellow orange. Boston and Baltimore, similar to Philly, except the main line of game over runs around 5 to 6 p.m. If we can avoid a pop up causing delay, that's probably enough time to get most of the game or all of the game in. But any delays here would be big trouble. Warm winds blowing out to 10 to 15 miles an hour. What time did this game come on? 1:36. Probably gonna get it in. Probably gonna get it in. All right, Tiffany, what's good? Now the Philly game here, right? It's all out warfare, right? The Phillies lefties look beautiful, right? I couldn't even pick one. So good luck with that, right? I'm leaning towards maybe. I mean, I don't fucking know. The Philly bats look good, right? So we'll go straight to the lefties here for Philly, and we'll get busy in that situation because I looked over it, and yeah. So Philly, um, all right. So we got to go. Who are they playing? Who's the pitching? Oh, Marquez. Okay, so okay, I can still get the pitch mix here. Uh, so Marquez. All right, the slider. Oh, wait a minute. I think Marquez. He was out for a lot of the time last year, right? So let me see. Slider 40% of the time. Let me check. Let me run a quick check on him, Marquez. Give me a refresher so I know. Right. He ain't even pitched like that. Mm. So let's go to the spring real quick. Spring, fofo, 10 strike, 3 bombs, a walk in each, 8 walks, walk in each game, earn runs, 3, 3, 4. Yeah. Um, Let me see. Mm, he ain't pitched that much this season here. Mm, mm. Look at his career numbers. His ass in for something. Ain't been pitching like that. His ass in for a rude awakening. I don't know how long he's gonna go, but we're gonna see, right? So the lefties are the ones for me. Uh, the slider here. Looking at the slider. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. The New York Mets, right? No, the Philly. So Schwarber. You know what? And then these guys got DVP. Let me look at the DVP here. Philly. Um, Colorado. Then it's Colorado, right? Like this is gonna be interesting. Now I do got one or two bats from the Colorado side that I have put to the side. I'm gonna pull them up right now. Mm, top players today. Mm, Philly, Colorado. Schwarber, two bombs, three singles, one double. Harper, five singles, one double, zero home runs. He's 6 for 18. Schwarber is 6 for 14. Real Muto, four singles, a double, one triple. He's 6 for 17. Alec Bohm, you sold my parlay yesterday, bro. You sold my parlay yesterday. This is another spot. Alec Bohm, four singles, a home run. He's 5 for 7. Max Kepler, 1 for 5. Castellanos, 4 for 10. One single, two doubles, and a bomb. Brandon Marsh, 1 for 3. Uh, yeah. So there's some great history here for some of these guys. He hasn't pitched much though as the last year or two. So the pitch mix, as you can see, Schwarber. These are numbers from last year. Schwarber, he's going to strike out or he's going to hit a bomb, however it goes. Right at the end of the day, um, Bryce Harper. Um, this is just a slider alone. He's got four bombs there. Um, Max Kepler. All these guys will strike out versus this slider, as you can see, according to last year. Max Kepler, he batted 351 versus that pitch. Check the next pitch there, which would be the fastball. Um, the fastball here. Brandon Marsh. He'll strike out versus that fastball. All these walk rates, look at all them walk rates on that fastball. We'll put them all together in a second. But man, Marsh, five bombs, right? Exit velo, all that looked pretty good. Schwarber last year, 11 bombs, 15 extra base hits, 45. Man, when I put all that shit together, that shit gonna be crazy. Harper, 7 bombs. Max Kepler, 314, 4 bombs. Cody, is he playing? I'll get to that one in a second. Cody Clements, he might be not with the team or something else. That's the fastball. Then the knuckle curve. Uh, the knuckle curve. A lot of people don't see that knuckle curve or don't like it, right? So I'll leave that up there. The knuckle curve, and then go back to the fastball and the slider. The knuckle curve is throwing 14% of the time. I'll go with the fastball and the slider and put the three pitches up there. So, as you can see, Schwarber's got 15 bombs combined for those three pitches come from last year. Um, Barrel rate is up. The fly ball rate looks good. Hard hit percentage is up. All these guys' walk percentages are up. Bryson Stott's got 9 bombs. The barrel percentage is down, and the heart rate was down. Marsh had 8 bombs. Harper had 11 bombs. All his numbers look pretty good. He has to probably other, he looks good, right? At the end of the day, Max Kepler, he's green, batting 320 versus this pitch mix. Uh, K percentage around 20%. All of these usual suspects right here, their walk percentage are up. Those are good numbers for hits, runs, and RBIs and stuff like just like getting on base, right? So I mean, the lefties, right? This helps out with team totals, game stacks, and DFS, team totals that, all that type of stuff. Even if you want to ladder team totals, right? So you could even ladder team totals. If you just feel like, okay, this team is gonna kick ass, then you can go over here and say, hey, well, I'm gonna take these guys for Philly for I'm gonna take Philly for 8 runs, right? 2 plus 280, 9 runs, plus 400, 10 runs plus 600. You can ladder things like that. Okay. Everything ain't gotta be 7 hits. You know what I'm saying? So whatever your read is like, then they more than likely there's something out there for you. You could also look at team totals, right? 5.5 team totals, that tells a lot. With a whopping 5.5 team total at plus 104. You know what I'm saying? This should be a time for Phillies to get right. This should be a time for Philly to get right. Even on, I mean, and then on the righties, the right hand batters here. Taking a look at the pitch mix here. First, the righties. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn. That was the pitch mix for the righties, man. Fastball. So I have to go back. I have to go back. I have to go back. I'm so sorry. I have to go back. But it's still the same. So it was the fastball. So what was different? It was the sinker. The sinker was different. So let me go look at the sinker. Boom, right? For the lefties. So Kyle Schwarber. So let me put them pitches back together. Fastball, sinker, um, slider, knuckle curve, slider, knuckle curve. That's the real. That's the real right there. That's the real. Where Harper had 13 bombs, um, Stott had 11 bombs, Schwarber had 16. These are numbers from last year. Happy Monday, Petty. Happy Monday, Petty. How you doing? So the lefties look, ah, lefties look really, really good, man. So more power to this pitching staff and this pitching mix right here. Now I'll flip it to the righties and take a look at the righties, right? So he was throwing that fastball 45% of the time. Um, and Bohm, so Bohm, he was hitting righties and lefties, right? This shit was wild as hell. Like yesterday, he sold the parlay, man. He was the only one sold that parlay. I went with Junior Schwarber for a dinger, threw 15 on it. Bet. Like I was saying, I couldn't talk you off any bats from that game that the Kansas City side. I took the Kansas City money line. Hopefully they come on through. I'm one sprinkle on their team total. Um, so the righties, right? Castellanos, Turner, Bohm. These guys, I'll read back off the history to you guys again. But yeah, uh, I'll take this down here and I'll put up the slider, then the sinker. Slider. Well, that's the sinker right there. I subscribe to your Game Day Insight site as well. Very, very helpful. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man. If you follow through with me, you're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. You know, we've been using this. So I appreciate you for that, showing the love on that tip. But yeah, last year, Castellanos was getting busy versus righties there. Trey Turner was getting busy. Real Muto was getting busy versus this sinker here. Alec Bohm He was doing work versus that sinker. All these guys had a low K rate. This boy is in trouble for however long he's going to be out there. What was his next? The slider. I'll put the slider up there. Appreciate it, Tiff. Appreciate it, Tiff. I wish though. I appreciate the kind words though. The slider, they looking good, man. A lot of these guys look okay. Like Bohm still looks good despite the low barrel rate. The K percentage is down, and we put them all together, right? Sinker, slider, fastball, and what was it? Knuckle curve. I could put them all together and see how we. At the end of the day, how good the lefties look at this point, you still don't want to see these righties. That's all I want to say, right? Because look, you still had, uh, but they still got to be swinging the bat like that too. They got to be swinging the bat like that too. So they do have good numbers versus this pitch mix. So it is what it is, right? So that's what's pushing me out towards things like I was saying. Maybe you want to get to the team total. You can ladder the team total. This is team total means, hey, I expect them to make 6 runs. That's plus 118. 7 runs, 8 runs. That's if it happens. It doesn't normally happen all the time. No, you really break it down like no other. I tell my friends that. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Petty says, exactly. I've been straight betting because even if you throw 5 on it, one of them, you still made your bread back. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. You got to, man. I don't care. Ain't no bankroll shame. I don't care if you bet 250, $2.50. I don't care if you bet $1. I don't care about none of that. There's so many bets, man. You're gonna have so many slips with green checks and one bad one, bro. Straight up. And just like yesterday, man. Like when I did them hits, runs, and RBIs, Ramos got that. He hit the bomb, right? Caught that one. I took him horn for a bomb, but I also played these straight, right? The hits, runs, and RBIs, I love them. When you can predict game flow and stuff like that. Jazz Chisholm, right? The 2 hits, runs, and RBIs, boom, he hit the bomb. I was so undecided. And Bohm just shitted on us, man. He needed, man. But watch him today, though. Watch what he do today. He gonna bounce back today. That's how baseball goes. That's how baseball goes. I've also been doing 2 man, made about 600 yesterday, only spent like $60. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Can Baum come through for a thing of the day? I wanted it yesterday so bad they got beat up by the Nats. Right. And I told you how scared I was about those Nats. I really wanted to, put some money on those Nats. And I knew it, man. And then Nola, as good as pitcher he is, he will give up a bomb or two. And the history was right there, man. Knew Josh Bell was gonna get him. Should have known that shit, man. Should have known it. But that's why we talk it out, right? I might not catch it. Somebody else gonna take a chance. Who knows? But Baum, I'm probably gonna stay away from his home runs. He should smoke one today. Yesterday we was on him yesterday, just like Ramos was on him. Then then he prevailed the next day. Wouldn't be surprised, but I think they're gonna tee off on this Rockets team today. Nate Lowe definitely got one. Yep. That damn Padres game was so terrible. Plenty of people in there in good spots. I did not even look at that game. I had jumped on the grill. I said I'm gonna take the game because if y'all know, y'all been using this. Y'all been using this tool. This tool is time consuming like a mother. Like I got to be to work in 2 hours, right? I was looking at things last night, but you put the work in early, like right now. Then in a month, you're gonna know a lot of this stuff. It's gonna be like walking. But this is definitely time consuming. Time consuming as hell. I need to what I need to do is if some of y'all want to come out, I can invite y'all if y'all want to slide or whatever. You don't have to get on camera or something like that, and then we can do a little live session or something. And people can come on because I did want to do that. You know what I'm saying? People could come on if they want to, whatever the case may be. You don't even have to show your face. If you just want to talk, drop some plays or something like that. I do want to be interactive with y'all. You know. And anything can happen. Y'all might want to touch on y'all inner social media, pick giving out shit or whatever the case may be, right? but I wouldn't mind having any one of y'all on or multiple people on. I can get another program that can allow up to a bunch of people on if you want, and we can talk through slates or something like that on a Sunday or some shit. Sunday, you know what I'm saying? Some shit like that. I could definitely do that. I'm definitely down for that. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But at the end of the day here, I mean, it's a pick your poison thing here, right? What happened? Are we missing Sanchez here? Let me refresh this here. Sanchez is supposed to start. I thought I just seen something. Yeah, he's confirmed in the lineup. So the confirmed lineup right here. Schwarber, Bohm. Don't like Bohm in that 2 spot. I like Pasquantino and Witt for that game for sure. I like Pasquantino for the RBIs for sure. Or whatever, right? He's good. So Harper, Will Muto, Kepler, Castellanos, Stott, Marsh. We just talked about that whole starting lineup, bro. We just talked about that whole starting lineup. So another thing you got to take a look at here. Games like this where we expect it where we expect it to get busy. Um, where we expect it to get busy. You got to look at gotta look at your battle props, bro. You gotta look at your hits, like your runs, right? They juiced up right now. But you can find some gems in that. These are just runs. Your RBIs. You know your RBIs are always gonna be more likely, 9 times out of 10, gonna be plus money, right? Plus 105. Plus, right? So, and then you also got your hit runs and RBIs, right? This is my favorite prop. You know what I'm saying? You could also take one. They let you take one. They let you take two. They let you take all the way up to four. Bet 365 let you take five, six, seven, shit like that, right? Three hits, runs, and RBIs. That's equivalent to like a home run. That's a hit. That's a run. That's an RBI, right? So if you want to just, you know what I'm saying? Because when you're picking somebody for a home run, they are in a great spot. But sometimes they go out there and do everything but a home run, right? So this is another way that you could, when you especially when you expect traffic on the bases, stuff like that. When you expect traffic on the bases, then that's how these teams score. You see what I'm saying? That's how they score. That's how they run up the score and stuff like that, right? I used to have to go through this all the time. This is I wouldn't say. I mean, this is a game that you could, let's see here. MLB, March 30th. Um, let's take this. Let's take this. Let's take this Cubs game for example, right? Look at the box score, right? So, looking at the box score here, you got your hits, runs, and RBIs, right? So, um, you see how they string them up: hits, runs, RBIs. Most of the time they come out at 1.5. Hap hit his. Suzuki hit his. He hit a bomb. He hit his. He hit what? Hits, runs, and RBIs. He had 2, 4, 6 hits, runs, and RBIs. Tucker hit a bomb. He had 3, 4, 5, right? Justin Turner, whatever. Swanson, and I said Swanson, bro. I took his hits, runs, and RBIs. That motherfucker went out there and hit that bomb. It all lined up. The game before that, he did that. He had that good defensive play to end that game, and then come back the next day. His numbers look good. I said that yesterday. His numbers look good, and then that motherfucker went out there and hit that bomb. Long story short, that's how they string up. That's how they string up runs. Look at the hits, runs, and RBIs for here. Marte hit his 1.5. Perdomo hit his shit. Uriel hit his. Traffic on the bases, bro. Traffic on the bases. Moreno, Naylor, right? Traffic on the bases. Traffic on the bases. That's how they string that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And how do you get on base? Look at the walks. You can even get walked and get on bases, right? So it's a lot of ways to get on base. If you expect traffic to be on the bases, and you know what I'm saying, you could parlay that shit up. Y'all know this already. Caleb, I hit a 2-man with Swanson and Suarez. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. So, it is what it is, right? I just had to throw that out there. And we looked at that full Phillies lineup. That full Phillies lineup looked good. Um, where we at? We had an hour and 10. Now, I did have a bat or two on the other side, right? So let me go over here to Colorado. So just in case, right? We do have Suarez on the mound, and I do like Suarez, but let's take a look here, right? Colorado. I think it was one or two that I'm really, really just wanted to take a stab at. It. I got it on the side here. It was interesting. I did not. So let me pencil in Schwarber, Harper, I don't even have to pencil all them motherfuckers in. It was I think it was Goodman. Let me put him right there because I know it was Goodman. It was Goodman. That was Gurriel, right? Because I was thinking like, damn, Suarez didn't hit a bomb, and then actually Suarez didn't do shit. At the end of the day, I thought about it. Suarez didn't even have a hit, but yeah, good shit for you, Suarez. I mean, keep an eye out on Gurriel because once he gets hot, that should be he gets hot. Um, Colorado. Damn, I have to look up Sanchez too. Hold on, because I think I had Goodman to the side. Nope, Sanchez. When you can't find a picture, you have to go down here. You can go down here, but you gotta be strategic with it, right? Because Christopher, some of these guys' names, man, that's crazy. How the fuck do you spell his name? Because at this point, and then there's a C. Cut it out, right? Where is it, man? Let me see. How the fuck do you spell his name, man? C. Oh, C-R-I. No H. R-I. Christopher Sanchez. I'm looking at shit. My bad. Suarez sold me. I had him and Suzuki on my ticket. Suarez was hot all weekend just to flop when they I was mad as hell. They fucked my Cubs up in that. They scored 8 innings in that. I ain't like that shit not one bit. Um, lefties. So Goodman. Um, he was somebody that I did look at, right? And I didn't want to forget it. Sinker 55. Sinker, right? Sinker. Taglia, Doyle. There's some guys that like that sinker, right? Goodman, he'll strike the fuck out. But they Stallings, Estrada, Doyle, Taglia, these guys had a low K rate on that sinker. What else here? Change up. Goodman had 3 bombs. He won't strike out. Tovar, he wasn't striking out. Which pitchers did you see wasn't available? Because they might have. I don't know. I probably missed it myself. Oh, available? Yeah, well, slider. Sometimes he probably don't update, right? Slider. Hunter Goodman. He loved that slider. See that? He loved that slider down there. Mm. Goodman. Um, sinker, changeup, slider. Sinker, changeup. So sometimes what you're gonna have to do is you're going to have to go get that pitch mix from somewhere else, or I'll show you in a second, like I just did. So Taglia, this is the full pitch mix right here. Um, Taglia had a high walk rate. I probably won't be going to Goodman. Um, 14 extra base hits, 5 bombs, and the barrel rate was there, right? So I said to myself, I'm not gonna bet a lot of these guys, right? But I said I'm putting Goodman to the side versus pitch mix, and I'm gonna think about it, right? But he is batting 452 last year off this pitch mix. Uh, so I mean the barrel rate is up. Green, it's looked good. It looked good versus pitch mix. I ain't even gonna lie, right? Robert, that's Luis Robert. He's definitely due. I've been waiting on him for a lefty, but hey, I've been waiting on him for a lefty. But Robert, it is what it is. Take this stab. If you're gonna take this stab, don't let nobody talk you off of it if you like it. Right? So I'm looking at Goodman for sure, right? Um now who was that? Kayla. So Kayla, like I was saying, so this box down here, right? This box down here, um, this box right here. Now it's ways. Now if this, you see, this says pitch mix, right? It says all pitchers pitches. You can go right here, and I was just looking for Chris. Oh, you did nice, 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 nice. I was just looking for Christopher because Sanchez wasn't out either, right? So you can go right here in this box and you can type in their name, and then you could go down here and find it. So I had to go down here and find Christopher Sanchez. Now you see that little hyphen they got above the A, whatever you call it, I forgot. But sometimes if you just put Sanchez in there, then it won't work. But you can type the pitcher's name in there that's not available, and it should pop up for you. Right? That's what I just had to do for Christopher Sanchez. So it'll pop up for you. Bam. Right. So it's 11:30. Wow. What time is it? 11:30. All right. So look, I'm gonna go to so it's a lot of we on those back ends. Robert for the Chicago White Sox. On the back end, we on that fourth and fifth starter in a rotation. So they're gonna be some trash pitching coming out here today, right? So the next game here was Texas Rangers and Cincinnati. Now we got Rocker on the mound and we got Brady Singer, right? Brady Singer is his first game. I mean, yeah, here in Cincinnati. Who looks good for a bomb? See, he said he likes Luis Robert from the White Sox. So at the end of the day here, the Texas Rangers here, there was a lot of guys here. Definitely, definitely, the lefties here, right? I'll go straight to it. Um, um, Seager and Jock Peterson. Yeah, man. Yeah, for sure. Texas, the hometown guy. Chicago. I'm from Chicago too, man. Kyle Tucker looks good too. Straight up. We'll get to him in a minute. So in Great American Ballpark, we already know this is a small park. Uh, you say you put down Goodman and Andrew Benintendi for bombs. Okay, 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 okay. It's so hard. Um, nice, nice, nice. It's so hard to figure out which one of these these Philly guys gonna go yard. This is gonna be crazy. So, um, right. So, Singer to lefties, he had a 291 batting average. The walks were there. The K percentage was mm, Sierra, nothing good versus lefties. He had 15 bombs. So we throw the slider up there. Throw the slider up there first. Texas lefties, they looked good, right? Tucker and that sounds. I can't wait for a lefty. I'm gonna throw my little my little Robert jersey on. Um, righties. So Corey Seager, right? This is just the slider alone here, right? So Corey Seager, um, yeah, 14% barrel rate, 16% K rate, walk rate is up, whatever, right? Jock Peterson, we know what he'll do. He'll strike out or hit a bomb, whatever the case may be with that. Um, but Corey Seager is somebody that I'm looking at on that tip. The sinker is the next play here, pitch here, and as you can see, Jock Peterson, he really likes this sinker. He's batting 300 on that, 293, five extra base hits. Those extra base hits were bombs, five bombs there. 14 hard hit line drive. He had a barrel rate on that sinker at 17%. So everything's pretty much good green for him. Corey Seager was batting 300 on that pitch. The bombs were down. Uh, that's the sinker there. Then the fastball. Who doesn't love a fastball? Um, Jock Peterson, 18 extra base hits. Turner out. I can go through the. I can go through. After this one. I'm gonna go through the. I'm gonna go through the picture. The lineups that's out right now. So Jock Peterson again, man. High K rate, but walk rate is up there. Fly ball is up there. Who doesn't like a fastball? Like I said, 18 extra base hits, 10 bombs versus that fastball. You also have Corey Seager right behind him with 15 extra base hits, 9 bombs, high barrel rates, and all of that. Um, Going to the next pitch would be that's it. So I'll put those three together: sinker, slider, fastball, and from those three pitches, we'll get um, we'll get some nice power numbers, right? So between Jock Peterson and Corey Seager, for these two, um, man, I mean, 29 extra base hits for Jock Peterson, 17 bombs. Corey Seager, 25 extra hits, 14 bombs. The barrel percentage is there for those guys. Like, yeah. And then I will look at the history real quick where you got the Rangers and damn, who's that again? The Rangers and Cincinnati with Singer. This ballpark can be like a pinball, right? Corey Seager's 1 for 6. Burgers 1 for 4 with a single. Garcia is 3 for 10 with a triple. Tavares 2 for 7 with a triple. Wyatt Langford, my guy, I like Wyatt Langford. C. Marcus, 3 singles and a double, 4 for 12. And we'll get to the righties, right? So, um, she said 4 bombs is crazy with that pitch mix. It sounds like I'm taking Jock. Jock Peterson owed me some money this year. So, yeah, man. And then take a look at the righties here. But like I say, yeah, take a look at the righties. So versus left-hand pitching, I mean batters here. Singer did not look good, right? He got a 300 batting average there, 15 bombs. Now, what he's doing versus righties, you can see that it's a little bit better versus righties than he is versus lefties, right? He's giving up 7 home runs to righties. Let's check the pitch mix. The sinker and the sliders, there's two dominant pitches there. So we'll go to sinker first. Sinker, um, Marcus got so all these guys on the sinker. The usual suspects strikeout rate is down. Uh, Garcia has 6 bombs, low batting average, low K rate. Um, Simeon had 4 bombs. Wyatt Langford looked okay. So, sinker. And then what was the slider? So, the righties are meh, right? But, we can put the sinker slide together and take a look at it. It is what it is. Berger had 8 bombs. Adolis had 8 bombs. Simeon had 6. Wyatt had 4. Um, I could look at this year here. Let's take a look at this year. So Wyatt Langford, right? Wyatt Langford has been looking good. Um, um, that's just versus the sinker and the slider right there versus right hand batters. I could take the pictures down and just look to see how he's been doing, how these guys have been doing versus right hand pitching. I said bitching. Right hand pitching up until now, right? This is spring training up until now. Garcia, who needs to turn it around. We don't want to go through what we went through with him last year. He's looking okay, right? He's batting 333 versus righties in general. Uh, Wyatt Langford is batting 371 versus righties. The last week, 7 days down here, Adolis Garcia has 2 bombs. He's batting 400. Jake Berger has a bomb. Simeon has a bomb. Wyatt Langford has a bomb, right? You could also take a look. Y'all know, right, Kayla? You could also take a look at since these guys, when you think these guys are heating up, so you can see the extra base hits, the hard hit, line driving fly ball thing right here. You can just click on them, right? You can and see what they've been doing. Boom, click on Garcia and then see his exit velo logs, right? And see when somebody's warming up or when you feel like they're getting ready to get busy, right? So all these bombs, exit velos, and all that launched, all that shit, right? So 97 exit velo fly out, grind out, home run, 108. Um, Hit by pitch right here, pick off at first base right there, and then a double 101 exit velo. Walker versus Walker Buehler, a bomb 102 exit velo. A double 107 exit velo. Garcia's got muscles coming out of his neck, right? So, but I ain't gonna go through all of them. That's just some ways that you can figure out, decipher what's the outcome has been between these high exit, velo balls, or these hard hit line drive and fly balls, or these balls launched, right? Balls launched. So those are explanations when you start digging a little bit deeper to see things for yourself. And just seeing how these, you can get a lot of this exit velo green, but not coming to good results to these guys to be. It can be like these guys are being unlucky and stuff like that. So Adolis Garcia and Wyatt Langford, those are two of the righties I think you should pay attention to. Wyatt Langford has been on one. He's been playing ball. I ain't gonna say super on one, but he's been balling, right? He's been balling. So he's gonna be somebody that's gonna be looking at all year long, right? He's here to stay. Now, a quick iteration of what's going to happen here, what's been going on, and taking a look at these lineups real quick. Buxton's leading off, right? He's got a big time history versus I think Buxton Korea. Yeah, so my boy is not in the lineup. I wanted to take him for a bomb today, but Ty France, I think Minnesota's about to beat up on these boys today. Today, Minnesota is about to get busy, right? Um, I can't with the White Sox right now. Um, Kansas City. Uh, um, Pasquantino is going to be in the RBI spot all season long. Just to let you know, especially behind India and Witt. Yeah, right. So Pasquantino's not striking out a lot. I like Pasquantino. I like Bobby Witt. I like India. couldn't talk you off a Perez bomb. Massey don't strike out that much, so it is what it is. I like Kansas City. I snuck in there and took Kansas City on the money line, and I expect them to put up runs here. Um, we got weather here, right? If I read the weather off to you guys, we got weather here, but um, man, Tyler O'Neill is probably about to go yard, right? He's probably him and Rushman, but Mountcastle is my wild card, right? He's in a good spot. He's in the RBI spot or whatever the case may be. Laureano, right? Laureano. So Mountcastle and Laureano. Oh, Mullins in the lineup. Okay, okay. Mountcastle and Laureano. These are my wow, my. I ain't gonna say sleepers, but at the end of the day, Laureano, man, don't be surprised if he don't his ass go yard today. Um, Mountcastle, don't be surprised if he goes yard. Who should go yard? O'Neal. O'Neal should go yard. Rushman should get busy, if not go yard. We know these guys. O'Neal and Rushman are chalk. Mountcastle in the flying under the radar. Laureano sleeper bomb. I'm Duran, if he gets on, he's gone, right? Stolen base. Other than that, the rest of these guys are self explanatory. Big time weather here, though. Big time weather. Big time weather. Everybody on Philly. Everybody. And then I like Goodman. Um, Seager, this lineup ain't confirmed right now. But boy, oh boy. If it's Seager, Langford, Garcia, Peterson, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. New York Mets. You want to talk about a Christmas tree? Take a look at this one, right? This is probably the top bat of the day here, and it's probably he's gonna go. But he's a New York Met. Y'all know who he is. He's a New York Met. Top bet of the day, man. Top bat going up against Cal Quantrill. Yes, Soto is about to go ballistic numbers wise versus these motherfuckers. This motherfucker looks so good. Uh, sinker. Take a look at this shit here, man. Goodness gracious, man. That motherfucker was on one last year. Soto was on one last year. I can't believe it, man. I can't believe it. Let me see. He had the sinker, Quantrill. Mm, mm, bam. Right. Boom. Jessica on that sinker alone, this boy numbers looked like they was on steroids. He had a man, does he love a sinker? Francisco Lindor right there. Jesse Winker right there. Brett Beatty, look, the lefties look great, man. 397 batting average, 485 isolated power, 1400 OPS, 15 extra base hits, 8 bombs, 26% barrel rate, hard hit is up, line drive is up, fly ball could be higher, whatever, 17% K rate. The walk rate for all these lefties on that sinker, they loved it there. They loved it in sinker land. The lefties, all of them loved it there. Splitter, um, oh shit. Let me see. I fucked that up. Let me see. Kyle Quantrill. The splitter. Bang, right? Soto. Their strikeout versus that splitter. Well, whiff, but yeah, he still was batting, and he still was batting 292, and Lindor was still hitting that splitter as well. Um, Soto for 3 bombs. Wave hit. I want to throw a straight $50 on Soto, but it's like I'm scared they're gonna walk him. Bet the walks. Got to bet the walks. And Lindor is out of the lineup today. He is. That's fine. That's fine. That's okay. Let me see. Lindor is out of the lineup, huh? Let's see. Let me refresh this. Where you see that lineup at? The lineup's not confirmed here yet, but I guess if he is, he's out. He said they don't have Lindor on DK. Are they confirmed on DK? Mm, interesting. All right, well, where were we? Splitter, okay, and then the cutter, right? Not sure they don't have any of his props though. Okay, he might. We'll see. And then the cutter. He's got 9 bombs on that 13 extra base hits. Wow. Linda looks great. Looks good as far as the power numbers there. The average is down. Nemo coming to play right there. The power numbers, the barrel's up for these three guys. I can put them all together though. Cutter. What was it? The cutter, um, splitter, sinker. Juan Soto, Lindor. Soto was off the chain, man. 20% barrel rate. 17 bombs, 28 extra base hits. Mm, mm, mm. Ref Snyder and Soto. Mm, mm, mm. I know Soto walks came out at over 1.5. And then the righties didn't, So Cal Quantrill here versus lefties. This is his numbers right here. Just terrible, right? Let me see. New York Mets. I don't even care really what he does versus them. The history or nothing like that. But let me see. New York Mets. Miami. They probably finna beat the shit out of Miami. Not a lot of history going on here. The righties, he's bad versus righties. He gave 14 bombs versus righties. Cableson is down. They finna knock his ass around, man. Sinker, Vientos. Vientos owe people money. He is batting three something off that 342 off that sinker. His K's was down. Alonzo K's was down versus that sinker. He had 2 bombs. Mm, Splitter, Alonzo. They all strike out versus the splitter. The curveball, all striking out versus the curveball. P. Alonso had an okay batting average on there, and then that cutter. I'm looking for all of them to like that cutter. Vietnos, okay, but his K rate is down so low that he ain't striking nobody out. Probably they probably finna tee off on his ass, man. Sinker, splitter, sinker, splitter, curveball, cutter. All those pitches together. Alonso was 263 with 7 bombs. Vietno, 284 with 8 bombs. Those are two guys I would be looking at. Let me see something here. Let me see, refresh that. Don't see the lineups out, but let's say if this will happen to be in the lineup, Alonso, Nemo, Vietnos, Alonso behind these two guys, man. Alonso behind these two guys, just in case if. Let me see something, man. The lineups ain't out. Them games come on later. Mm, okay. Fuck it, man. On the Miami side here, I think it was one bet on the Miami side. I had, I think I had Derek Hill up there, right? So let's see. We coming up upon 2 hours. Derek Hill. Let's go over here. Miami. Peterson. Fastball, sinker, changeup, slider. So that fastball, he would strike out Derek Hill, but he had an okay numbers there versus it. Um, he would strike out though, but he was green, 357 on that. Um, Fastball, sinker. Hmm. I don't even know who all on this team, man. Derek Hill was green though. Uh, Not a lot of power numbers to go with it, but it was green. Myers, Xavier Edwards was green. Not a lot of power numbers. This guy's not striking out too bad. Fortes, Jonah Bright, sinker, changeup. Weird, man. This shit was like playing Tetris right here. This shit was weird right here. Changeup, slider. Mm-mm. Changeup. What was that? Fastball, sinker. Throughout the whole pitch mix here, man, it's if they're not striking out, if they're striking out, they green. I don't know what to say about this bullshit. What about this year though? First this pitch mix here. Coming into this year, all the way up until now, boy, will these motherfuckers strike out. Take the pitch mix down, man. What are y'all doing versus lefties in general? Ooh, man, it's just so hard to decipher through this, all these strikeouts and shit like that. So, not betting on none of them. Um, let me see something. But I do expect runs, man. Mm, it's 12 o'clock. Peterson been walking folks. Three straight games with in the minors with 2 walks or better. 12 strikeouts on 15 innings pitched. What is his strikeouts? Peterson. Probably 4.5 at plus money for Peterson. Interesting. Interesting. Never know. Never know. The Mets though. Um, Not gonna go through all these games here. Um, I'm gonna take. So I'm gonna look at the rest of these games here. I've looked at the LA. Okay, so I looked at. Let me see, Toronto. Let me tell you, Toronto and the Angels, right? Um, I like Bobuchet, Vladdy, Jimenez, right, for that game. On the Angels side, they still got some guys with some pop, right? Uh, Soler, Trout, you know, Taylor Ward looked okay in some spots, right? So those are some guys you can look at, okay? But don't sleep on Bo because Bo been playing some ball. Jimenez been hitting some bombs, right? He's been a beneficiary so far. He's been hitting some bombs. So that's that in a nutshell for the Los Angeles Angels game. No, I'm sorry, for the Washington game. So I did that wrong. Let me see. And Washington. So Washington was it was a spot like so what I put to the side was Kyber Ruiz, James Wood, Nathaniel Lowe, right? And it's those guys just got to watch out. This Washington team, you can't really count these boys out, right? So I expect runs to be put up in this game somehow. I was gonna lean towards the over, but I probably can't get there. But you never know. So I still, I mean, hits and stuff like that. Like James Wood, if he get that wood on there, it's gone. I'm just telling you that right now, right? Shit like that. Um, the San Francisco game I didn't look at. San Diego I didn't look at. Detroit and Seattle I didn't look at. Chicago Cubs I want to look at. I want to look at this Cubs game. And Athletics. Um, Jackson Joe could be in a strikeout spot. Let's fast forward real quick. Cleveland, San Diego. I don't have luck with Cleveland. I'm not going to tell you that right now. Outside of Men, let's take a look at Manzardo. And okay, wait. Don't got that many games. I want to get off here by 12:30 though. Hmm. Let me see something here. Let me just do it. Let me cook a little bit, right? Jordan Hicks. Let me see something. Hmm. San Francisco and Houston. Okay, so Blanco, let me see. Strikeouts were still there. He was walking folks, 2 bombs, few earned runs here and there. These guys can strike out, right? San Francisco, he probably hadn't faced them. San Francisco, he gave their ass 8 Ks. Okay. I'll probably be looking at Blanco. What? I don't know why I didn't look at this shit last night, right? I'm gonna start putting all this shit together though. Y'all gonna see picture props. 5.5 for Blanco. I'm gonna have to like that probably. I'm gonna have to like that. Plus money. Let's see something. San Francisco, right hand pitcher, right hand batters. Ronel Blanco. I'm gonna have to like that. I'm guessing, right? So Blanco 8 home runs versus righties. He had a 26% K rate versus righties. He would walk some folks. Batting average was down. Slider, 42% of the time. Go with that slider. Right. So, um, okay. So that's this year. How about last year? Right. All that shit right there. Like, okay. How? Let me see something. Let me see something here. Let me see if I can find it over here. Let's see Blanco. Let's see Blanco. Game log. 2025 pitching. Okay, let's go to MLB. Um, let's go to okay. Can I get the search bar, please? Where is it? Players. Okay, there you go, right there. Blanco. I want to see his pitch count lately. He hasn't thrown more than 67 pitches. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So, but he still can get them Ks, though. Motherfucker. These boys strike out. Struck out. Hmm. Okay, that was the slider. And then the fastball. Flores, Fitzgerald, Ramos. These motherfuckers strike out. Change up. Look at that shit. Fastball, put them all up there. Fastball, change up, slider. Now the righties here: Chapman, Adames, Ramos, Fitzgerald. That's 4Ks right there. That's 4Ks right there. Hmm. What about these lefties here? Lefties, we don't see. We might see lineup change here. Fastball, changeup, slider. Fastball, changeup, slider, and throw the curveball up there. See what these K percentages look like. Still striking out. Still striking out. Oh, the lefties. I'm sorry. The lefties up there, whoever lefties. I mean, Wade Jr. not striking out versus that pitch mix. Holy, I don't even know if he played with them still, but yes, yeah, whatever. So you look at the strikeouts. I'll put the strikeouts. It's just you don't have to bet a lot. I'm not even telling you to bet it. I'm just saying, you know, I'm not even telling you to bet it. Whatever you want to do. But I'll go over here to the pitcher props here. I'll go over here to Ronell. His shit probably hmm, 6, 7. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see. Blanco. Wait. Throw that over there. We could even get to 5 at -170 for a parlay piece. But let me see. Let me go over here and see something here. Game loss. So on the road, his K percentage was a little bit different last year. 17% to lefties, 28% to righties. In general, 23% to lefties, 24 to righties. Where are they? At home. Okay, they're at home. I mean, either I'm gonna win the bet, lose the bet. That's all. That's all that shit gonna be, right? And then the Astros batters here. What time is it? 12:15. Mm. Astros batters. I mean, from the looks of the model thing here, it looks like Alvarez should be that guy, right? Looks like Alvarez should be that guy. But I don't know how long this guy's gonna go. But Alvarez is in play either no matter what. He's batting 3 for 15 versus this guy. No, nope, he's 0-2 versus this guy. Alvarez should be the guy any fucking way. Let me see. Houston, lefties. Wow. He's got a 15% walk rate to lefties, 17 to this is his numbers versus lefties. Hicks, man, keeping the bombs down a little bit, but wow, everything else, mm, lefties, sinker, splitter, sweeper. He's got a 25% walk rate on that sinker. Jordan himself, and then the pitchers already got a 15% walk rate versus lefties in general. So, man, I mean, if you don't bet, if you bet walks, then you bet walks, whatever. Splitter, sweeper. He's only seen that. Oh, that's this year. I'm tripping. I'm sorry, my fault. I'm tripping like a mother in Medford. This year, last year, I'm tripping. Last year, the sweeper, 6% walk rate. He got a bomb. Splitter, Rodon batted 400 off this splitter. Low K rate barrels up. Sinker. Rodon, 4 bombs, 14% walk rate. I mean, K rate, 12% walk rate. All these lefties, if you look at these guys, this top pitch, he's walking them. They walking rather. Sinker splitter, sweeper. Singleton. Who's in the projected lineup here? Singleton. It's not. I don't even know if they got him anymore. But um, Jordan looks good. Go over to the righties. Paredes got a high walk rate. What is he doing towards righties? Pitch is better towards righties. Paredes still can walk though. So, Yana Diaz, low K rate. Oh my God, Yana Diaz. Um, he's throwing that sinker 50% of the time. So he loves the splitter, the sinker. What do we look like? None of these righties pretty much striking out on it. Yana Diaz, 2 bombs, bat 400. Power was down, but no strikeouts. Power was down. I like Jordan. Can't talk you off the other guy either. Strikeouts, Jordan, strikeouts. What is his pitching outs? 15 and a half. Plus 120. Mm, plus 120. Good plus money early. Maybe you want to take a stab at that. What the home run look like per nine look like for Joey Estes? Um, Estes. I'm just getting ready to. Ain't he going against the Cubs? Estes. I'm getting ready to look at that game and wrap it up. I'm getting ready to look at that game and wrap it up. Shout out to Nyland Burton, man. Shout out to you, my guy. Drop a like. Everybody in here, drop a like for me, man. If y'all like it, man, at least drop a like. Share it. Share it. Uh, first of all, let's take a look at his. Let's take a look at his game log. Spring training. Estes, 10 strikeouts, 16 innings pitched. The walks, gave up 3 bombs, 2 in 1 game. 14 earned runs. Mm, okay, 5 innings on this last outing. Estes, let's run another check on his. Mm, let's go to MLB here. Let's get an exact look at. I think Kyle Tucker is the guy here. Kyle Tucker is going to be my guy when it comes to this one here. Uh, let's. I want to see how many. How. I want to see how many pitches he pitched in the spring training, regular season, spring training. Bam. Uh, that last outing, he got up to 80 pitches. Okay. 11 hits. Probably out there trying shit. 8 earned runs, no bombs. 2 bombs in that versus the White Sox. Bomb versus Athletics. Okay. Bop, 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 bop. Okay. Now, let's take a look at his splits here. Bam. Uh, 11 bombs last year versus lefties, 12 versus righties. Um, this ballpark this ballpark they plan in. If not now, it's gonna be producing some runs in the future, right? So this ballpark, this ballpark. Um, Home run per nine. 1.67 versus lefties, 1.58 versus righties, 1.49 at home. This is a different ballpark though. We gotta take that into consideration. But yeah, um, gotta take that in consideration. Definitely a different ballpark here. Um, Overall here, let's see. Estes here. Go down here, get them in there. Estes, boom. Here, same thing we just looked at. Um, so it doesn't look good, right? Um, 1.68. We just checked this home run per nine. The barrel is up versus lefties, right? So that's where we're going straight to lefty land. We know we're going to look at CT, Kyle Tucker. In that Baltimore game, okay. In that Baltimore game, remember it's weather. I don't know if there's folks who are here again. Let me go through this weather one more time. Matter of fact, 1 second, bro. 1 second, bro. Let me finish this off. Let me finish this off. Because this is gonna be the last game for me. Then I'll go back to that. Um, Lefties here. Mm, all right, fastball, 52% of the time. He's got 7 bombs on that to lefties. Right hand pitcher. Go to that fastball. Boom. Go to the Cubs. Bang. Right. Chicago. Whoop. Slide down on Chicago. My city. Now to lefties here. Um, Cal Tucker. He got hurt last year. 60 at bats, 17 hits. The numbers were great 10 extra base hits, 6 bombs, 18% barrel rate, 7% K rate with a 24% walk rate. Man, he was good as hell last year. And he's picking up right now. He's picking it on up, right? Hap. Hap looks good. He will strike out, but 23 extra base hits, 7 bombs. That was last year. 11 barrel rate, and Michael Bush had 11 barrel rate here. Pete Crow Armstrong. You can look at some of his second half numbers coming into now, and that's when he got better. If he gets on base, he's gone, right? Stolen base style. Um, so yeah, that's just the fastball alone, which he was throwing 52% of the time. The changeup, got 3 bombs on that changeup to lefties. Let's see what we got. Michael Bush, hmm, 55 at bats, 16 hits, 4 bombs. K percentage, Hap K percentage is through the roof there. Kyle Tucker had 2 bombs. He was batting 476 on that. The exit velo was down. The barrel rate was probably one of his highest strikeout rates at 18.2. The walk rate was up there, right? Line drive was strong at 37%. So Kyle Tucker looks good there. Um, the next pitch was the slider. The slider, these are numbers from last year. The slider, Kyle Tucker, had a high K rate on that. The walk rate was through the moon. Remember, he was up there with, he had Altuve. You got, I think he had Alvarez behind him. So, that shit was wild as hell. But the barrel rate was there. Boom. The fly ball rate was a whopping 53. That's what you love to see it. And then Pete Armstrong fly ball was up right along with Ian Happ fly ball was up. So that's interesting, right? Um, but Kyle Tucker was batting 391. He had, man, exit velos, all that shit looked good. He will strike out a little bit, other than the strikeout, first that pitch. You could throw that shit out the window, right? When he got numbers like this. What's the next pitch? Slider. That was it. Put the slider, change up, and fastball together. Bam. Tucker, he lit up Green, 346. Woba, man, 12 bombs, 19 extra base hits. The K rate drops down to 13.8 overall with a high walk rate. Oh my God, the 50 fly ball. Mm. Damn, barrel rate 17.6. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Damn, that boy looked good. I'm glad we got his ass. Go ahead, back the truck up for his ass again. Get him signed, right? Bush, 14 bombs, right? Bush is waiting in the Raptors right now. Hap, 11 bombs. Uh, yeah, Hap, 11 bombs. Bush, 14 bombs. Tucker, 12 bombs. Damn. Let me go over here to Chicago. Um, that game, man, you never know what can happen in that game. It might go up in that game. The Cubs let that game go yesterday, man. Oh, we got to look at Ben Brown for these strikeouts too. So Suzuki, let's go to the righties. Let's go to the righties here. Let's go to the righties. Um, Swanson just hit a bomb yesterday, so don't forget that. Uh, Estes, low K percentage, no problem, my guy, no problem, no problem. Um, Estes here, the low walk rate versus righties. He had a batting average of 278 versus righties. Isolated power was up. Everything like he should get his ass tore up. The four seam fastball, 50% of the time. Let's go back to that. Start there. Now, Suzuki, 7 bombs, right? On that fastball, he will strike out. The walk rate for these guys on this fastball is up for a pitcher who's throwing it at 50% of the time. Suzuki, fly ball is at 52. Barrel rate is at 13, right? Hard hit 62. So, man, exit velo, isolated power. This boy is probably going to be loading, right? He just hit a bomb yesterday. We could take a look. Let me see something. Let me go over here. Take some of this shit down. I'm gonna go to the Cubs. Boom. The Cubs. Um, versus right hand pitching. This year. This year. Now. Um. Okay, I want to see something. See how Suzuki hit that bomb versus a lefty yesterday. All right, well, that was the fastball, right? Amaya. Amaya don't strike out. Amaya hit that ball. He don't strike out. I always like Amaya. Down there, that Swanson had a bomb yesterday. Okay. Uh, Sweeper, nobody likes that. Definitely gonna get some red there. Ooh, 60% K rate for Suzuki. Ooh, ugh. Nobody likes that. Can he strike you out though? Probably not. Slider. Sweeper, slider, fastball. Mm, mm, mm. Put them all together. Suzuki got a high ass K rate. Nico Horner, he don't strike out much. Amaya, 275. Whatever. Whatever. Got to look at the athletics, and I'm getting out of here. But Brown is interesting, right? Ben Brown is interesting. Let's see. Might be a strikeout candidate guy here. Um, check his game log here. Spring training game log. 13 strikeouts on 12 innings pitched. 2 walks, 2 bombs, 8 earned runs. So you can give up some runs. It is what it is, right? Um, hmm. Okay. MLB. So he did have 5 strikeouts versus um oh, he pitched one time right versus the Dodgers. He had 5 Ks versus the Dodgers, so that's something there. He did have 3 walks. Can't be doing that. Can't be doing that. Farm Brown Tuesday that he will begin the season as the club's number 5 starter. Number 5 starter. Okay. So, hmm. 2.2 innings pitched. That's interesting. All right, so some of his splits here. 2024 didn't pitch a lot. Had a decent little K rate in the times that he did pitch. Okay, so we wind it back here. Boom. We're gonna go with athletics. I know these guys will strike out, right? So Ben Brown versus righties. Exit velo, barrel percentage, hard hit, line drive, fly ball. What was Estes fly ball rate was 35. All right. So the fastball and knuckle curve. Interesting. I don't know. I don't know, man. I know we got some guys that will strike out here, but a guy like Blade will put that shit in the rafters. Brooker will strike out, but he will put that shit in the rafters, bro. Um, there's some guys here, the righties. I mean, there's some guys here. There's some guys here that will put that shit in the rafters. I know this shit for sure, right? So Brooker, if he's not striking out with that 40 fly ball on that fastball with which he's doing 56% of the time as of right now, that motherfucker he could probably kiss that motherfucker goodbye. Or if his stuff is working, he can strike him out because he will strike out. Zach, I thought Zach was gonna be real good, a little bit more better, but he was striking out. But Zach, what about the fastball? I mean the knuckle. Nobody likes the knuckle curve, right? Nobody likes that shit. So you put them two together versus them righties. Damn, Rooker, boy. If Rooker gets a hold to that motherfucker, you know it's gone. And then the park factors, I'm scared. Scared for him. The lefties here, um, he's throwing that fastball a lot, man. It's the same pitch mix versus the lefties right here. I don't know if he's got an extra pitch or not, but I could take the knuckle curve down because I know they're going to look better versus the fastball. Mm. Lawrence Butler. Then throw the knuckle curve up there. Mm. But they got a high barrel rate on that pitch, on them pitches with a low K rate. JJ Blade. JJ Blade was somebody that I was looking at last year. I'm surprised he only had one bomb. Am I seeing this wrong? I'm surprised he only had one bomb versus that. Or was it just left hand batters in general? Let me see. He got 7 bombs versus lefties. In general, uh, Butler's got 7 bombs, 6 bombs versus lefties. How about coming into from spring training until now, this year versus lefties? Blade versus lefties with no pitch mix has a K rate is down at 0. Sada Storm has been hitting the ball good, but probably versus righties. Blade. So up until now, Blade, he looked okay versus lefties there. Mm. So I couldn't talk you off anything. To narrow things down, I would probably be looking at Tucker. I mean, ain't no probably. Tucker is that guy, right? It's 12:30. I got to get ready to go, man. So, yeah, I didn't touch on a few games. I missed out on a few games, and it is what it is. But let me see, Tal Tucker and Brent Rooker. I got to put him up there. The Cubs. The Cubs. What's the Cubs? I wouldn't talk you off this game going over or a team total over. 4.5 for the Cubs. 3.5 for the Athletics. I don't know. Bush. I expect runs to be put up in this one here. I don't know about the Cubs bullpen. I have to look into it. They almost gave up the game 2 days ago. Yesterday they gave up the game. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what's going on, right? But man, so let's go back through here. Oh, wait a minute. Homer in that Baltimore game. Oh, okay, that Baltimore game. Let me refresh this. I'm gonna tell you exactly what how I like it, what I like or whatever. Um, so first and foremost, let me give you guys this again one more time. Similar to Philly, except the main line of game over rain is at 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. If we can avoid a pop up causing a delay, that's probably enough time to, to to get most of or all of the game in. But any delays here would be big trouble. Warm winds blowing out the center at 10 to 15 miles an hour. So there's definitely weather concerns and there's weather concerns there. So how I'm looking at this game here, if there was no weather, I would be looking at um, on the Baltimore side, um, man, uh, I would for a bomb. I would probably. I mean, so the difference between O'Neal and Rushman is O'Neal will strike out, Rushman is not. Both of these guys, I like both of these guys equally for a bomb, right? Mountcastle is in play for a bomb, at least hits, runs, and RBI, something. Loriano, don't be surprised if his ass don't hit a bomb here, right? He can hit a bomb here, right? Mullen's been on one. Westberg, I mean, and I mean, so yeah, I like O'Neal and Rushman, right? I can't decide which one. I want to just side with O'Neal. Truth be told, yep. So so let's start right here. I got some plays all over the place. I can see instances where Christopher Sanchez can hit his strikeouts and or outs. Um, Contreras a hit, whatever the case may be. This is a sleeper. Capper can get a hit, but Bubic strikeouts is in play. At least five as a parlay piece. These were some parlay pieces I had set to side. Chris Paddock here, at least 5. Probably can get there. Blanco, I'm thinking about taking his 6, right? Uh, that's that. And some other guys here, like Ben Brown. There's a possibility he can get that to his 6. 5, I couldn't talk you off of that. Glass now is just a beast, right? Y'all don't need me to tell you about Glass now. His 7Ks are in play. You can use 6. His Ks are in play. Glass now, I'll put that shit up there, right? Um, Cleveland game, I didn't look at. Mm, mm, mm. Who is Seattle playing? Okay. Jackson Job, I gotta look into him, but his strikeouts could be in play here, should be in play. The bats. I'll give you the bats just like this, right? Let's see. From what we looked at here, I can go through game by game and just pretty much tell you like this. Um, um, I expect Minnesota to put up runs here, right? So I like Buxton, Korea, Jeffers, France. These guys you can look at them for hits, runs, and RBIs, which are plus money, shit like that, right? And Byron Buxton, Korea, France, these guys can go boom at any time. Um, Pasquantino, Bobby Witt, uh, Perez can go boom. Uh, RBI spot for somebody like Pasquantino behind India. I like them to win this game, and I couldn't talk up their team total. I was undecided. I did have Capper to the side. Historically, I don't mind Contreras versus lefties. Yelich showed the ability to hit lefties, but it is what it is. Um, Red Snyder should be in play. I didn't check his numbers out, but we do have weather implications. Mountcastle can go under the radar. I like him for hits, runs, and RBIs. It could possibly go boom. Laureano, sleeper, can go boom. Adley Rushman and O'Neill should go boom, right? That's how I'll tell you, just like that. Duran, if he can get on, if you think he can get on, take a stolen base. Goodman. I like Goodman on Colorado side. Um, Paddock K's. Um, the whole damn team, right? I'm undecided between Schwarber, one of the top home run candidates today. Bohm is it he needs to redeem himself from yesterday. Bryce Harper, wonderful spot. Real Muto, Kepler, Castellanos, all these guys. Uh, Philadelphia, I like to tell for them to win this game. Team total over 1.5. And Sanchez, you can look at his Ks and or outs. I like Goodman, at least for a hit. Uh, uh, Corey, Seager, Langford, Garcia, Peterson. My guys, Seager, Langford, Peterson here. Seager, Langford, Peterson, and Corey Seager definitely could go bomb here. Matt McClain, Gavin Lux. I didn't look at their team, but they definitely look okay. Matt McClain wouldn't be surprised if he, go yard or Gavin Lux. In this ballpark produces runs, so definitely you can look at that. Strikeouts for Rocker. Soto, one of the best top bats on the slate today. Lindor, if he goes, the lefties looked great. Vientos look good. Alonso, I wouldn't go past Jesse Winker. These guys look good, man. I expect for them to crush Miami. We'll see what's gonna happen. I'm just gonna take a rain check on Miami bats. Nothing for me. I didn't. This Pittsburgh game, I can't right now. I couldn't right now. I couldn't right now. I looked at it. I'm just not think nothing right now. Boba Shet, I like him for hits, runs, and RBIs. Jimenez continues to be hot. Vladdy is definitely in play of Jimenez and Boba Shet. James Wood. Don't be surprised if he gets a hold to one, it could be gone, right? Want to see what the lineup's going to be like though. This team, Washington team, going to be sneaky all season long. Nate Lowe was one of the top ones for me there as well. Um, I seen a few things here. Contreras got great numbers versus Anderson. I couldn't talk off of that. These guys don't strike out that much on the St. Louis side, so they can be pesky in a spot like this versus Anderson. The Cardinals are 3-0, but these guys can be pesky here. A lot of hit candidates here. Um, Trout, Soler, you know who those guys are. Taylor Ward looked good at times versus his pitch mix, so you know. Mm. Ronel Blanco looking up for strikeouts, right? Alvarez, Yana Diaz are two of the bats that I like there. Alvarez, he's one of the top guys. Um, I need to look at this game. I didn't. Thinking about Jackson Joe for K's. I need to look at this game. I didn't look at it. I should have looked at it because Kerry Carpenter. I really think it's this might Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green, bro. Can't count these guys out. I might have to go look at these guys. Go research Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green. I'm leaning towards Kerry Carpenter because I think he's the one right now. I think he's the one, but I didn't look at it. Um, I didn't look at this San Diego game. I wanted to take a look at Manzardo. I didn't take a look at this game. Cal Tucker, top bat of the day, one of the top bats of the day. Couldn't talk about Brent Rooker. He might go bomb if he don't strike out. Soderstrom has been getting busy. Bush is loading, right? I like Bush versus this pitch mix. I don't like Estes here. And Ben Brown case could be in play, but I'm not going to go there. I need to see what's going to happen in this ballpark. Tyler Glass now is in play for his case. We'll see what's going to happen with that. We'll see. Um, DraftKings has a home run, $5 home run joint. If I was doing a home run parlay, let's see, it would probably be Philly is so hard to see versus Philly. I mean, it'd probably be Schwarber or Harper, Peterson, Seager, Soto, Lindor, Vientos, Alonso. Shit. Let me see. Jordan, Tucker. I haven't looked at the Braves game. I have to look at those guys. Now I got a long list of bats here that's just in play. I can read them off and I'll be gone. Some guys that I put to the side. Schwarber, Soto, Tucker, Alvarez, um, Rooker, Buxton, Bryce Harper, Michael Bush, Vladdy, Nathaniel Lowe, Corey Seager, J2 Remuto, Carlos Correa, Jock Peterson, Alec Bohm, Tyler O'Neill, James Wood, Pete Alonso, Francisco Lindor, Wilson Contreras, Trist. No, let me take him down. Max Kepler, Rob Refsnyder, Bo Bichette, Castellanos, Kyber Ruiz, Matt McClain, Mark Vientos, Bryson Stott, Encarnacion Strand, Wyatt Langford, Andres Jimenez, Derek Hill. I'm taking his ass off. I don't want nothing to do with it. But I named him, so hey. Adley Rushman, Mountcastle, Vinny Capra, Hunter Goodman, Ramon Lariano, and that's it. Man. Peace out.